But Johnson, Wagner's on the spot.
There he is.
Who better than Johnson Wagner to go down and recreate?
Hey, he's not putting this one, is he?
Who knows? John, look, he's got the wedge. He's going to chip this baby. I can't wait to watch this.
What you got, big fella?
Yeah, Brandel, and it's been well documented this week how firm these greens are, and I think none other than really this sixth green. From down in the fairway, it plays severely uphill. Depending on how far you hit it off the tee, it can play anywhere from 10 to 13 yards uphill. And there's this massive chipping area over this green that players were really wanting to avoid. I think that's why we saw Scottie Scheffler play it out to the left. I think he would have been fine had it ended up in that bunker, but it stayed up on the grass. We'll get there in a second. Just want to show you how firm and how far over the ball rolls over these greens. We talked about this Prism Zoysia fairways. That ball's running some 25 paces over this green, and that's going to leave a very awkward shot. Players were really having trouble bumping into the Zoysia today, most electing for putters. So Scottie's ball's over here, the hole's right here. This is so fast coming down this hill. This whole green sort of slopes this way, and I think he was very concerned about trickling it off the edge of this green on the right-hand side and leaving himself a brutal up and down just to save par. So I was really impressed with the shot that he hit. And two of the main features that I really like Andrew Green brought back on this golf course, I would say one, and when you think of Donald Ross gems, I think of Seminole. And there are so many places at Seminole Golf Club where the chipping areas on a green roll right into the next tee, and that's exactly what we have here, going from 6 green to 7. Also 11 green into 12 tee does it beautifully here as well. And the other feature, which I don't know that I'm incredibly excited about it right now, but Donald Ross was known for flatter bottom sand bunkers with these steep grass faces. Now I've given myself a pretty good lie here. Scottie Scheffler had some spikes on. Mine don't have a lot of spikes. I'm a little worried about going down into this bunker. And Brandel, you mentioned it. I don't know. Oh gosh, he really struggled to find a stance here and to choke up on this club enough. It was amazing the balance he showed. And I mean, for me, whoa, I've never seen anybody grip down. I'm going to go ahead and hit this pretty quick, but I've never seen anybody grip down that far on the wedge. Oh gosh. Oh. Well, I didn't go in the bunker. Get down there. I mean, wasn't that hard of a shot, Scottie? Come on. Rich?
Second behind the bunker shot you hit at Pinehurst with DeChambeau earlier this year. Hey, Johnson, I'm curious, just what'd you think of what Scottie did just overall today with that 6 under 65, and how crucial do you think this was, given that he hadn't been playing all that well?
I think it was crucial, Rich, and we saw it on the very first hole, the two-shot swing. Xander erased that two-stroke deficit immediately with his birdie and Scottie's bogey. And I was in Memphis, and a lot of the narrative Scottie had going in is that he didn't like this format. He played terrible at the BMW last week for his standards. And so coming in here, there were a lot of questions. I think given Xander's history around Eastlake, a lot of people were thinking he would be the right one, he would be the favorite coming in. But Scottie put that to bed today. The way he played from the second hole on was absolutely fantastic. Birdie in 17 and 18, shooting that round to 7 under par, or excuse me, 6 under par, 7 under after that bogey. I just think he really set the tone for this week that if somebody wants to come and get it from him, they're going to have to go really low.
And Johnson, as the players were playing their first ever competitive round here, of course they were learning, but we were also learning watching. I was watching you. We were talking throughout the telecast. What was your interpretation of how the golf course played today?
I thought it was very gentle. It was a very mild setup. I know Justin Thomas spoke about the greens being a little softer. I think when you have new greens like this, there's really not much you can do to soften them up. No amount of water is really going to do it. So I think it's just the way the officials set up the par threes a little more forward. They're not going back on 15. They're not going all the way back to the new tee on 9, and they're going to give the players a chance early. And as Todd said, I fully expect them to ramp it up throughout the week and for this course to get tougher and tougher as we get through to Sunday.
Heck of an effort on that pitch, by the way. You didn't fall in the bunker. I'm sure a lot of people are disappointed. I was worried about you personally, but you hit a good pitch.
Big fella has soft hands, and he is nimble as well. Johnson, thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.